YouTube? Listen, family, another week is in the books, which means we had another chance to get in our bag and do what we do. Listen, guys, I got a jam-packed video, but first we gotta celebrate that spy play from last night that we executed on today. So please do me a favor, please make sure you like, subscribe, help this video get at least 1,000 likes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. Guys, I'm diving to my favorite portion of the video, but please let me know down in the comments below if you took part in any way, shape, form, or fashion in our spy play that was given in last night's video. Let me know. I want to hear all about whether you made $10, $50, $500 or more. I want to hear all about it, but more importantly, I got all the screenshots one way or the other, and I'll just simply want to say major salute, guys, okay? This is what it's about. This is what's possible when you do this game in a consistent manner, all right? Listen, guys, this is from Lonnie. Lonnie, if you see this, he just simply said thank you. Good evening, coach. My name is Lonnie. I just wanted to send a quick email. You are truly making a difference for a lot of people. I've been following you and learning from you for a while now. Your hard work and dedication, attention to detail is not going unnoticed. You are truly an inspiration. That spy call you spoke about in your video last night is spot on. I mean, to the very cent. I didn't get in today because I made 100K in puts today from Coinbase. Lonnie, I love this. I love this, guys. Go get your money. I don't care where you get it from. The lessons I teach. What's up, YouTube? Listen, family, I just want to pop at you guys just for a minute. I went through the comments of yesterday's video from our spy play and the day before. When I say you guys made me so proud with the number of people that made money in both directions, guys, my heart lit up. Yeah, I know the play that we called was a call option, but many of you who saw the levels was already up there wrote in the comments. Now I have them via text message and personally sent to me via email, so I know you guys did it, but I seen a whole bunch more in the comments. Y'all made my day. Now listen, guys, as always, I got a jam-packed video for you all. Please keep it locked. Please make sure to like, subscribe, help this video get at least 1,000 likes. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. Kicking it off with my favorite portion of every video, loving on you guys, okay? Matter of fact, the link for Instagram is going to be in the description, guys. I'm going to always celebrate your wins. I'm going to love on you guys. That's what I use my IG for. So if you haven't already, use the link in the description to follow on Instagram for a behind the scenes look at what coach is up to, as well as all these plays that you might have missed, who won, how much they won, what play, you're gonna see it on there, okay? This is from Mary Sheridan. Hey Chris, I made $7,700 with your spy play today. I sold too early but was afraid to hold too long. I love all of this. I ain't mad at that. Didn't want to overstay my welcome. I'm ready to keep learning and earning. Thanks for your guidance and coaching. Thanks, Mary Sheridan. Guys, look at this. Mary looking like coach, and I love this. Okay, we're gonna unpack this today because I saw two people in the comments say this too. Listen to this. 76 contracts. I love this. As you get more confident, as you learn, as you master your craft, you'll be confident doing what I do. I trade 100 or 200 contracts per play. All right, that's how coach trades. But I started off with 1 and I worked my way up. She got 76. Soon she gonna have 100, and I'ma definitely love on Mary. I'ma go crazy. Matter of fact, she had an average cost of 302. Her current price was 404. Look at this, guys. Just like she said, she was being humble. She made over $7,700, 33.6%. I love it. Now, here's the thing. I love it. It's nearly 10K one day. This is what coach do. This is what I do. But I do it on a consistent basis, and I've been doing it for a long time. Okay. I'm not better. I got more skin in the game. I got more losses than all of you. So I'm on the side of mastery. Does that make sense? And here's what I'm talking about today. Write this down, guys. Somebody said in the comments, why would you spend $30,000 to make $7,000? That's the wrong way to look at this. I do the same thing. I do $50,000, $60,000, $20,000 to make $10,000, $20,000. Okay, and mind you, I could hold it longer. I am a 2-hour a day trader, but that might be 15 minutes, 7 minutes if my play hit 30 minutes. But if I was to hold overnight with how much money I play with and the way I know the charts, I could easily, instead of 10K, it could be 40K or 60K. The play end up doing that anyway. I just get in, get out, and I just ride it all the way up versus holding through all the trick, trap, and frustrate crew shenanigans that Wall Street likes to do. Guys, we're never risking $30,000. Listen to this. Look at this, everybody. This is the lesson. Why would you spend $30,000 to make $7,000? This is what the two people wrote this, but it wasn't about Mary specifically. It was about just other plays in general. Listen to this, guys. When we do this, we're only risking $1,000. We put 30 in, but our stop loss is at 1,000. So if her average cost is 302, the stop loss would be at 292. You're only risking 1,000. I risk 1,000 to make 10,000. I risk 2,000 to make 20,000. Let me know if that makes sense. We're not risking. She not gonna lose 30,000. We gonna get out of there before that happen. Hope she got a stop loss so the losses stay small, our wins stay big. So if we have a small loss, but we make $7,000, but the loss was 300. We lose 300, we make 7,000. You see how it ain't nothing to talk about? Ain't no point in talking about a $300 loss when we made $7,700. We still profited, what, $7,400. Does that make sense, guys? And so I do the same thing. So when I saw the question, I said, let me teach about this and talk about this at length in today's video, just to help that viewer or that new trader or that beginner that may not understand this. Okay, guys, when you see me, because I do this every day when I show my portfolio, all of my trades are like this. But she only got 76. Coach has 100 or 200. Or by the time y'all, it might be 200. By the time y'all see it, I might have sold 100, kept 100 for runners. But again, I do this, okay, and I've been doing it a long time, so I'm more comfortable holding through. I know to trust the levels. I ain't getting out early. I'm not doing all that. I'm surgical with this. Listen to this though. Even when I do it, guys, I know if you do on a coaching call with me, my daily loss limit is $2,000. $1,000 if I'm being extra conservative, but no more than $2,000. So if I got 30,000, I'm gonna come out of here with 28K at the least. Does that make sense? But if I win, now look, if I win, now you add 7K to the 23K, and now you get 30K. Okay, so if I had 23K to start, I'm willing to come out of here with 21K. But if I win, I'm gonna have 30K. And these are the type of base hits that you stack on top of each other and that ultimately lead to your victory, okay? Your home run, your 100K, your $100 a day, your $1,000 a day, or the ultimate goal is ushering in getting off the corporate plantation. That's how this is done. Now, one more thing that got brought up on top of why would she risk 30K to make 7K? The other thing somebody said was this: how are y'all all making money when the stock price didn't go all the way up to the price he said? I saw that too. To the person that thinks like that, that's where Wall Street gets. I seen Wall Street create more losers by making y'all believe that. So like, look at this. Her break even was 559.02. Now you don't even have to. Now she happened to be above 559. She had 559.20. Okay, but even if she wasn't at this, if she got this at 57 and took it to 58, she still would have been in profit. Instead of 7,000, it would have been 3,000. Okay, she still would have been in profit. My thing that you guys need to make sure you understand is you don't have to hold it till it hits break even. Break even is for if you're ever down and you want your play to come back by expiration, it needs to get to break even. Break even is for when you are down and your play is about to expire. It needs to reach to that break even number for it to come from zero or worthless back alive again. That's what break even is for. Break even don't have nothing to do with anything else other than that. What we do, guys, like for instance, if she bought this at 302, whatever price that would have been at, she could have sold it at 305, 310, 320. Still made good money. She happened to double up and take this to 402, 404 from 302. Okay. And so again, guys, she turned her 3,000 into 7,000 just like that. My point being is this, guys. Too many times you are overstaying your welcome in general. See profit, take profit. You shouldn't even get caught up in how long, if the play reached a certain. See profit, take profit. Long as the play is going up. If you bought at support down here and the play is now surging up, long as it's up, you're winning. You can lock in those profits right there. You don't got to hold it to expiration. You ain't got to hold it to no arbitrary number. If you want to make $100 a day and you sitting at $120, you can sell it right then and there. You don't got to hold it till next week Friday because that's your expiration. Or if you got a leap, you don't got to hold it a year because that's your expiration. You can sell it right then and there if you're satisfied with the profit. But don't never fall for the trap of you having to hold to the break even number. How are y'all making money? No, that's the wrong mindset. But that just lets me know you need more time in the seat when I hear thoughts like that or see comments like that, okay? Don't fall for that. I see it less nowadays, but I do remember back when I first started teaching in 2020, I do remember seeing that more. And I used to hear it more on the coaching calls. But no, that's not a thing you need to worry about. Long as you get in and the play is going in your direction, you're fine. Now, when it hits your number, we around here, we shoot for $100 a day if you new. And then once you get comfortable and some experience under your belt, everybody else go for $1,000 a day. Every day, that's our goal. I make the videos, I show you guys the plays because I want you to all make $100. And then once you get good, you're gonna see that same exact play with more contracts makes $1,000. Nothing different. She just added, this was $100 play. But because she added more contracts, it became $1,000 play. And because she now got 70 contracts plus contracts, it became a $7,000 play. You guys see the law of large numbers? This play was a $100 play that she 7x'd by just simply trusting the process and adding more contracts. That's what I want you guys to make sure you pick up on in this game, okay? Listen, man, I just want to put that on you guys today. Couple stocks that'll be on my radar: the SPY, Nvidia, Tesla for next week. Look, again, it's the holiday weekend, so I'll kind of slow play it and break it down for you Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so we ready to go come Tuesday morning, okay? But anyway, guys, we make videos like this every day, so if you like this one, make sure you check out the next one. Remember, most people see the end result. Very few consider the journey. Do me a favor, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys grab some free stuff using my link below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Now, across Texas, the issue is...
I'm Rudy Koski.
Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Just jumped out of the car, dressed like I was when I was a kid with the jacket and the shorts. Remember when Mom used to make us do that back in the 70s? But listen, I'm going to talk about stocks and crypto, and then I'm going to give my inspiration. I love sunny days. I may duck in the shade here. But let's just talk about the market. So, listen, we know that the big dog, NVIDIA, had their earnings report. And we know that they beat, right? They actually had a really, really good earnings report. But the street expected more. The street expected more. And so they knocked the ball out of the park, right? But the ball didn't just fall in the street in front of the ballpark, which is still a home run. The street expected the ball to go another block further. And because they just knocked it out of the park and the ball didn't go a block further, then the stock price actually began to fall. To a lot of people, that made no sense. A lot of people think that that's market manipulation and all of that. But it's kind of quite common when the expectation is so high. And so just get used to that. There's nothing we can do about that, but there's still money to be made. Now, I have a lot of NVIDIA that I've had for years, like many of you. I don't know what Tuesday is going to bring because Monday, the market is closed on Monday. So let's see what Tuesday looks like for NVIDIA. The good part is that other big tech didn't tank like Nvidia did. Now, long term, I believe Nvidia is going to be higher than this. As a matter of fact, I believe as early as November, Nvidia will be back up to 140. That's what I believe if I had to price predict, which I don't do. I'm not doing all of these price predictions like I did in 2021, because all it is just you really guessing, because a news story can come out with a new chip or a failing chip and all bets are off the table. Okay, so let's see what the market tells us on Tuesday, because Monday's a holiday. And I believe that Tuesday will be back to business as normal. All right, usual. So we had a lot of inflation data come out over the last couple of weeks. And the fact is that inflation is falling. And because inflation is falling, the Fed will lower interest rates starting September 18. I'll put these back on. I got these allergy eyes. So the Fed will lower interest rates. I believe that by the end of this year, it will be 75 basis points. And I know a lot of people want 100. I believe it'll be 75. So that's good for home loans, it's good for car loans, etc. Right? So inflation is coming down, but the Fed is slow to lower interest rates, just like the Fed was slow to raise interest rates. I did not panic sell. I am 100% against panic selling, because every time I panic sold in the past, it wound up being the worst decision that I could make. Now, what I'm doing is looking for opportunities in September. September being one of the worst months, I'm looking for opportunity, and I am stocking up. Not just stocking up, I'm going to be buying, but I'm actually just continually putting money into the broker account. But deep into September and even into October, I'm going to be looking to buy more Nvidia. I'm chill right now on Nvidia. I'm looking for a dip, right? I'm looking for a dip. And I'm looking for that dip to come in September-ish, right? And then I may be selling some in November, it being an election year, because historically September is one of the worst months. And right behind that, November winds up being a good month. You let me know what you think about that strategy, okay? Let's talk about crypto. Crypto is not looking good right now, right? It keeps doing these sell-offs and these flash crashes, and I buy these flash crashes, right? I told the Patreon, I buy these flash crashes, and they represent opportunity to me. Whenever I see something down, Solana, even Bonk, but Solanas, the Ondos, I see anything that goes down more than 5 to 7%, I buy a little more. That's me. Now, all of my crypto buying will be done by the end of September. All of my crypto buying. As a matter of fact, 95% of my crypto buying will be done by the time the Fed lowers interest rates. It doesn't matter what you're buying. It doesn't matter if it's Link. It doesn't matter if it's Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if it's Ethereum. It will all be done. It doesn't matter if it's the meme coins, even the Shiba Inus and the Doge coins or the XRPs. It doesn't matter what you're in. All right. So I personally will have it all done, because just like I've been telling you guys, I've been dollar cost averaging every day, and some of you every week. But I am sticking to my plan to have it all in, all my money in. And there may be future flash crashes after that. But at some point, you have to know, okay, I got enough in. And Larry, are you 100% sure it's going up? No, I'm not. And no one is. But all I know is that if the cycles stay on path like they have in the past, then the true bull run of crypto is next year. And I'm willing to be patient and wait on that. And if it doesn't happen, I'm holding for another cycle, right? So I don't have money that I need in crypto that I need in the next 3 years. And I suggest you do the same thing. All right. So scared money don't make money, right? It just don't, right? And so you got to understand that everything has some risk, but you and I can calculate our risk. So that's what I'm going to say about crypto. There's no hot buys. I bought a little, I bought a little more bunk when it went down like 8% the other day, and I bought a little more Solana. It went down like 7% the other day. Okay, so I just keep buying a little more, not big chunks, just a little, right? And then, like I said, by September, I'm going to be finished because I'm done putting in, right? And now I'm in the point where I'm just waiting. I go in heavier early. I was going in heavier last year when no one wanted to touch Bitcoin, when no one wanted to touch Ethereum and Solana. That's when I started going in heavy. So I go in heavy early, just like I did in 2021 with Shiba Inu. And that's how I made all of the money that I did. And a lot of you guys followed, right? So enough with that, right? I am going to, and I know I'm saying all right a lot, I'm going to put a tip jar in there. There's certain words I'm going to just put $1 in every time I repeat something. And I'm just going to bless you guys. I'm going to just ask you for your cash app, and we're going to see what it is by the end of the month. All right, let's talk about my inspirational, okay? For those of you that don't know, that on Sundays, I cheerfully give an inspiration. And I am a believer, and I'm unapologetically a believer. And I'm a follower of Christ. And if this is going to offend you, this being a financial station, then go ahead and you can go ahead and cut it off. But if you just want to stick around and listen to what I have to say, I believe it'll help you. Okay, I'm going to tell you about 3 stories, and I'm sorry, this one is going to be a little different. 3 short little stories. One story, there was a king that didn't do well, right? And he was elected by the people. But God knew he wasn't a good king. And so this king was on his way out, right? And so God told this man to go anoint a new king. But this king, I'm going to choose. And when I choose him, I want you to anoint him, right? So he sends this man to this gentleman's house. This gentleman brings his son, and his first son was tall and handsome. Tall, dark, and handsome. This story really resonates with today. He was the supermodel that you see. He was the cute, tall guys. You light-skinned brothers. All right? I'm just paraphrasing, having a little fun, okay? So this man goes and he calls his sons. As a matter of fact, 7 of them. He's showing them all his sons. And remember, God sent this man to this man's house to anoint a new king. And he says, none of these guys are it. None of these guys are it. He says, do you have any more sons? He says, yeah, I got one. He's out tending with the sheep. If I brought that in today, he's the male guy, right? You on the football team, he's the water boy, right? Oh, he's the guy that he can't hang with us. He's not with the cool kids. He's not with the cool girls. That gentleman's name was David. He brought him in and he anointed him because he was God's anointed. That's story number 1. Story number 2, there was another situation where there was this big giant. He was a Philistine, and he was tormenting his enemy, right? He was tormenting this other group, and this other group was thinking that they were incapable of defeating this giant. And he was tormenting them, saying, send us your best. No one can defeat this giant. This giant was named Goliath. There was a young child that got a slingshot. You guys know the story. Got some smooth rocks. and he killed the giant. Not only did he kill his giant, he cut the giant's head off. This kid's name was also David. Then there's another situation where there was a king and he knew that his position was about to be replaced. And he knew that there was another gentleman up to be king. And he situated situations for him to be killed multiple times. But God said no. But God said no. As a matter of fact, he situated him to be killed while he was out in battle. But every battle he went into, because he had the favor of God, he won, and then he wound up being king. His name was also David. What I took all of this time to tell you, without going into great detail, because there's a lot more to this story, is the name of the character in all three stories was David. And it was the same guy. The same guy. And what I want to tell you, that in story number 1, he was tending to the sheep. Then he winds up slaying giants. And then he winds up being the king. And so when I see you guys and I say, hey, what's happening, my young king? What's happening, my young queen? Remember, it doesn't matter where you are right now. You may be in the mailroom. You may be driving a delivery truck. You may be walking behind a garbage truck, because that's your job. And you may be looking at the guy with the suits, right? You may not be a perfect 10. You may not be skinny as a toothpick like all of the girls on the TV. You may not have the prettiest face or the best hair, right? Look at this big blockhead I got. But I want you to know that David had the heart of God. God judges the inward appearance and not the outward appearance. God deals with your heart. What's in your heart? And he doesn't deal with your outward appearance. That's the moral of all three stories. And so it was the same guy that wasn't invited to the table. His dad didn't even invite him to the table. He was showing him all his good-looking brothers. Now, David wasn't a bad-looking guy either. But I want to tell you, just like David, is that all you need to do is have the heart of God, right? We talk about money on this channel, but it's what you do with the money that counts. I always sing this song, only what you do for Christ will last. And I'm saying, in your pursuit, if you just be patient and do what's necessary and do the work and you build the generational wealth, you may be the first millionaire in your household. But remember, you got to keep the heart of God. Make sure that your direction is straight. Make sure that you don't fall in love with money, and make sure you do the right things with money. Okay? So that's my message to you, the ones that wasn't invited to the table, the ones that's been passed up on their job, though you're doing all of the work, right? I'm talking to you. Remember the story of David. He wasn't even invited to the table. He was in the mailroom. He was walking behind a garbage truck, right? He was the one passed up for the job. He couldn't afford to go to college. He couldn't afford to finish college, right? I'm talking to you. You, if you have the heart of God, remember, you got some giants to slay, and you will be the king, and you will be the queen. That's what I wanted to leave with you today, because that story of David speaks to me, and I wanted to speak to you. But you got to stay on the grind. It's going to be some hard fights. David went to many battles, okay? And battles are bloody. So every day when you battle, whether it's at your job and you got your coworkers talking about you behind your back, or your boss don't even favor you, he favors the lazy one, you know, all of this type of stuff that's going on. Remember, in your journey to gain financial wealth, that all you really need to do is study hard and work hard and keep the heart of God. And in everything that I do and all of the speaking that I do, I want to keep the heart of God. And so as they do what they do to me on this platform, I'm never going to stop. Hey, I want to thank Angie Ray Ministries, my sisters, Kimberly Ray and Tanya Ray, for inviting me to speak there yesterday. And it was absolutely a beautiful situation, okay? And we'll talk more about that. Man, I'm telling you guys, next year I want to be there, because that convention was absolutely off the chain. Make sure you check out the links below. Invest in yourself, right? Invest, learn, test, earn. I keep saying that. Invest in yourself first, learn the material, test the material, and then earn. All right, good people? Sorry if I'm not, if I wasn't as smooth as some of these preachers are. I listen, I'm a student. I love a good speaker. But the message is still the same. When you're having a hard day, remember David. Remember the story of David. Remember, he wasn't invited to the table. You know, I come from a big family. You know, I was the only one when I was young that didn't have a godparent. And my older brothers had godparents that would bring them gifts. And I would sit and I would think that, you know, nobody wanted me. God didn't love me as much as he loved my brothers, you know, because they had godparents that brought them gifts and all of this. And, you know, it was back in the day of hand-me-downs. And I was quiet with it, but it did hurt me. And many of you been there, right? And I thought that success was always, good things was happening for my older brothers, and it wasn't happening for me, right? If I'm registering with you, leave me a coffee cup or a heart. But I'm telling you, be diligent. Don't give up, because you got giants to slay. You got giants to slay. All right? I love you guys. Live, love, laugh, and learn. Make sure you check out the links below, and we will be back maybe Monday, but yeah, we will be back Monday. So next week, it'll be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'll be traveling yet again, okay? But I love you guys. I'm going to take my time with this one, and hopefully this came through. I'm sorry about all of the stuttering and the repeating, but man, my mind is just flooded with stuff inspirational that I want to talk to you guys about, all right? Love you guys. Live, love, laugh, and learn.
What's going on, YouTube? This your boy Ari with the Rari Full Throttle. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for the love. Y'all do me a favor and comment where you from. I love to see where my viewers are tapping in from, all right? I love to see that first and foremost. Also, if you made money with me or Honey Drip, put a yes. I'm pretty sure it's a yes because we nearly kill it 90% of the time. So shout out to everybody in. Here we go. We got people saying they checking in from the VA. You got folks saying they from Brooklyn. All right. Let's talk about it. Where y'all from, all right? I love to see where my viewers from. St. Louis, Houston, Little Rock, Arkansas. Nice. It's a crazy profile picture, Little Rock, Arkansas. Squares. What we got? San Francisco, Villa Rica, Georgia. I keep hearing, I don't know where that is. Puerto Rico, Savannah, San Marcos, Texas. I hear something new all the time. All right, comment the word yes if you guys have made money with me. And then what we're going to do today is we're going to get into how I think you guys should attack the market. That's first and foremost. Then I also want to get into, some trades that I think would do good or not do so well or whatnot. Show you some trades that I took and the analysis behind the trade, and we're also going to talk about what's happening next week. All right, so you guys do know that we are not trading tomorrow, so the markets are closed tomorrow. I'm personally going to be putting in work all tomorrow, and it's crazy because it's Labor Day. You're supposed to be off work. I believe in the opposite. I want to put in some work tomorrow, so I want to do some market study, everything like that. And if you made money with us, comment yes. All right, we got a bunch of yeses coming in. Let's see where it started. Yes. All right, everybody tapping in. Yes, Fieldmonger. Yes. All right, I love it. Yes. All right, yes. There we go, folks. So there you have it, folks. Yes. Everybody getting money with us. Everybody getting money. So before I even start talking about what we need to get into, I want to first say this about stocks. Give you guys a little lesson here so you guys understand the stock market and why it's always going to go up and how to attack it from there. And, the way the world works based on how I see it. Now, first of all, you guys have to realize that many people are starting to now invest. I recently saw a statistic about how people are starting to sports bet more, and that's beyond not true. Don't believe the hype. Investing in stocks will always be the greatest asset, and I've proven that through leaps. I've proven that through options. I've proven that through growing an account, right in you guys' faces. You can actually live off stocks. You can actually, hold stocks long term. That is why I believe the power of stocks will always trump any other asset. Now, the only other asset that I like other than stocks, my second favorite asset would be real estate. But first of all, let me explain to you guys something. So remember, stocks are about supply and demand, and it's driven by hype as well. So stocks can go up for one or two reasons. Number one, someone's profits keep going up quarter over quarter, correct? Someone just became profitable and now is building up hype for the new investors, right? So let's just say this line is profitability, right? And then there's a stock who's been teetering this line, like Tesla was once, under the profitability scale. So whenever a stock, breaks out in profitability, that could make it go up. And then simply year over year, quarter over quarter, profits increasing, revenue increasing, and net profit increasing. All right. So now we all know if you ever started a business, even if it's small, I don't care if you're a barber, a hairstylist, look at that like a stock real quick, correct? So let's just say that there are seasons that you make money. Same with companies. It's about studying the company, knowing the timing of the company, knowing what season the company is in, whether they are in a hype-driven season, whether they are in a correctional period, whether they are just simply going skyrocket up because they keep generating profits bigger quarter after quarter after quarter, right? And you know, is there something going on news wise? Because let's just say, you know, whenever COVID happened, all stocks took a hit, right? Whenever the inflationary period happened, all stocks took a hit, right? But that doesn't mean these are bad companies. The world is going to end, this and that. It means you as an investor got to figure out, when are the billionaires and millionaires going to load the box? All right. So right now we see a lot of billionaires and millionaires, you know, Warren Buffett, a lot of them are selling stocks. So one thing I do want you to know is whenever they start taking profits at highs, that doesn't mean we're going to fall from here. That means that it could go up one more time and we could fall. I do believe if we pop up one more time, I personally believe it is time to take profits. That's why I believe in holding shares and leaps, because I have shares in every company that I do leaps on. So that means that I can take profits on the leaps. And because I have shares, if this keeps going up, I still make money. Then I can buy puts against my shares. See, portfolio managing is one of the strongest things you can learn about the stock market. But like I said, remember, companies, let's just say a company is going up, up, and up, right? A company can only have so many consecutive quarters of profitability, correct? No matter who you are, there will be a top. Whether you're a music artist, your song charts, and then it's downhill from there, right? But the best artists, the best companies know how to correct that down period. Anybody can go up real quick, whether it's business, stocks, anybody. Your company is going to make profits, right? And let's just say every 3 months, you're making more than the last 3 months, right? There's going to come a time where you plateau, correct? No matter who you are, no matter what you do. So all companies will eventually plateau, right? So when they plateau at the top where there's iPhone, look at iPhones. iPhones even eventually plateaued. It got to a point where Americans just stopped buying iPhones as many as they did at one point. But it was like a 10-year stretch of iPhones could not stop going up. Apple could not, it was a freight train, right? And then eventually it came to a stopping point. And then what does Apple do when iPhones come to a stopping point? They reinvent themselves. So why am I telling you this? Because it is important that you invest in companies that know how to keep going and reinvent themselves over and over and over again. That is why the news is important. The news doesn't help you trade. A lot of you believe you can trade off the news. No, the news is just there to tell you what company has the ability to keep making sure when they fall from the top, it doesn't fall too far down. And then there's some companies who can't control the fall, like a Snapchat, like a Roku. Roku can't control that during COVID, everybody wanted to stay at home and watch TV. Peloton couldn't control that during COVID, people were buying exercise bikes because they couldn't go outside and bike, or they couldn't go outside. You get what I'm saying? So that means that they can't control that fall. Unfortunately, some companies can't control profits dropping from its highs because either something crazy happened. Like for instance, Crocs. Crocs are in huge style right now, correct? But that's a fad. Crocs will eventually correct. There will come a time where some new shoe will come out, and now we're not into Crocs anymore. And then even New Balance. New Balance is experiencing a uproar of increased prices due to trends, supply and demand. There's a demand for a new style. Who's supplying it? Right now it's Crocs and New Balance. Nike will always figure out how to reinvent themselves, but right now the hot topic is Crocs, correct? So you guys got to understand that about stocks. Now let's get into what's going on this week. All right, now that you guys understand a little bit about how stocks work, supply and demand, who's supplying the demand. All right, first of all, we do not have trades on Monday, correct? So tomorrow is a free day. I advise you guys to do some studying if you're into stocks. If not, enjoy your family. Ain't nothing wrong with enjoying yourself, y'all. We only live once. But at the same time, we live in America. So guess what we have to do, folks? We have to learn how to get money. You live in a society where getting money is how you take vacations, how you buy fly cars, how you put your kids through college, how you do all of this, right? So it's good that you have people like me who can teach you how to get some money. So let me teach you how to get some money, all right? Tuesday, we have institutional supply management manufacturing. And there's nothing really going on Wednesday, what do we have? We have, I don't even know what that's going on. We don't really have anything. We have factory trade balance.
Right now, every
Thursday,
second
nothing really going on. All I be looking for is CPI, consumer price index, stuff like that. Data coming out. So could we break resistance? Let's go see real quick. So I'm gonna tell you guys something. Notice how I always go to SPY. We are near all-time highs once again, right into Labor Day. We V-shaped recovery from that whole little debacle where they were talking about, what were they saying? The market is going to, people lost $2 trillion, all that propaganda. And it works every time, because what they do is they stop you guys from investing, wanting to buy the dip. Whenever stocks dip like this and you keep getting bad news after bad news, see, I noticed that the news is a manipulative type of entity that is meant to manipulate the average Joe. Now, one thing I want you guys to understand too is when you lose money, someone makes money. So that means, what do you guys think happens when you lose a trade, when you lose on stock investments? You think the money just goes into thin air? That's what you guys think? Where do you think that money goes? So first and foremost, I want all of you to understand that. Where does the money go? It goes. So basically, when you lose, someone wins. I want you to understand that. For every seller, there's a buyer. And for every buyer, there's a seller, correct? So that's how the stock works. Anyway, we are near all-time highs, correct? We're near all-time highs. The thing I want you guys to understand is that when we're near all-time highs, it is important to be cautious. We could either reject or break resistance. Everybody comment what you think is going to happen here. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think we're going right in the comments? Do you believe we're going to reject at all-time highs or break resistance? All right. So, I personally think, based on the fact that we have the election in November, I personally hope that we break resistance. I believe that, I'm not sure. Most people think that. Let's go look at the fear and greed indicator while we're at all-time high. Fear and greed. So you Google fear and greed, and you go here to the CNN. And we should be near greed somewhere. Yep, we're at greed.
I refuse to let anyone down. I won't fail.
I believe when we get toward extreme greed one more time, that's my prediction. Now, granted, does that mean you should base your whole investment knowledge off my prediction? For one, you guys gotta also think I'm not, put it like this. This is all my opinion. You guys are here to hear my opinion, correct? So I personally believe we should break resistance, and then this next resistance break will be the downfall. Now, if we reject here, no big deal. Cool. But if we break resistance, I do believe we should start taking profits on weeks and things like that. If we get one more resistance break, wouldn't be surprised if we resistance break. We've been breaking resistance So one thing I realize about bull trends is to never fight the trend. So even if you decide to be a smart ass, I'm going to buy puts here. Remember, you are taking the risk. People have been trying to short, not we, because I haven't. I know somebody who tries to short the market all the time and have lost. People have been trying to short every single top, but you can't figure it out. They tried to short this top, couldn't figure it out. Tried to short this, tried to short this, tried to short that. And then when you least suspect it, that's when they fall. Tried to short this, thought they got something, and they kept going, correct? So I'm not a fan of shorting in a strong bullish market. If I had to be honest with you guys, I do believe if we get one more pop, that will be, the last of it. But at the same time, I'm not going to bet against this market. This market is too strong. There's a lot going on, election going on. I think we should run to election. Now, let's get into some of the stocks that I like. Now, granted, I personally used to be day trading here. I know a lot of you want me to give you a nice swing play, but think about it. How can I give you a swing play when we're at resistance? How can I give you a bunch of calls when we're at resistance? The new traders don't understand that. So there are certain plays that I was able to get into, and I'll show you. I was able to get into PDD recently. And this is a swing, and this is the funny thing. Read this, what I have to tell myself. PDD, starters. I promise you, within 5 minutes of getting into this trade, you already have dollars. Look at this. This is going to be, oh my God. What are we going to do? This face. Man, come on, man. Like, you really getting into this stock? Red stock, right? And then you have mostly 90% of people who believe in it. Of course, 99%. And you got that 1%. You're like, man, what's going on? So I realized even me as a leader, I have to inform my people, hey, this is a swing. Please avoid swing if you're going to trade. So on that patient, just day trading. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Day trading, if you want instant winners, they'll never listen. They'll still want a swing to pop 100% within an hour of entering. And I tell them starters, meaning we may add. So that means never go all in your first entry. Always save yourself some room to add. And when we add, boom, we hit 30%, trail 50% of your position, right? So I show them 94 calls are at 30%, correct? And I make 5K off this, correct? And this is the 94 calls, PDD 94 calls. This is not edited, this is true, correct? Then we get to 40%. They're like, oh shit, you the GOAT now. Oh man. Now what's up with these people? Where are they at now? Where are these people at? They're nowhere to be found, correct? Nowhere to be found. We're up 40% now. Now we're up 50%, correct? And I am up 9K off this stock, right? I'm up 9,000. So, and I'll show you guys why I got into I'll show you guys real quick. And comment the word proud if you want to take all my plays. One thing about me is I post my plays. And here's another thing, folks. Before I even get into that, you see what happened here? Here's another reason why you need to listen to yourself. Correct? This person told me, stay away from PDD. Not good financially. Lots of Chinese consumer headwinds and very strange institutional flow over the last month or so. Not working. Safer plays out there. Right? Now, granted, I don't know what's going on with this guy, but telling someone who taught you how to trade for one. I taught him. I know who this guy is. I taught you how to trade, and now you're telling me what's bad investment. And you know what I told? I kid you not. 2 days later, I make 9K off this stock. 2 days later, this is what I make. Correct? So I'm going to keep it 1,000 with y'all. I don't listen to other people about my investments. And here's a prime example why. Notice how if I would have listened to him, I wouldn't have signaled that. I wouldn't believe in myself. But guess what, folks? I do my own research. That's the reason I scratched his name out, because I actually taught this guy how to trade. In fact, I've helped him make over 400K. This guy, so I didn't want to be disrespectful, but I just thought, okay, here we go with the Star Wars shit. I'm Master Yoda. He's whoever the guy who Yoda taught. Now he's trying to fight me with his lightsaber. You know how it goes. You teach somebody, now all of a sudden, you want to outshine the master. Hey master, I know you taught me how to make 400K, but now you don't know what you're talking about out of nowhere, correct? And I told him, listen here, guy, I have experience with not following what other people say. Somebody told me Meta was a terrible investment. This level is called Super Saiyan. And I go make 250 racks off Meta. So I told him, listen, dude, I have experience with not listening to people about investment advice. I only follow my own advice. Let me tell you why, because I do this shit. If I would have listened to the person who told me not to invest in Meta, I would not have made 250K. I legit made 250K off Meta. Legitly made 250 racks off Meta. And then I go make 9K when somebody tells me that this was a terrible investment. So why am I telling you guys this? Not to shit on this guy, but to explain to you guys why you should believe in yourself. Why you should not take it, just always listen to people when they tell you to doubt yourself. This is literally 2 days prior. Like, he literally told me this 2 days before I go make 9,000. Think about that. So let me show you why I even got into PDD. For one, this guy said that PDD is a terrible investment and they aren't making any money, yada, yada, yada. Let me go back. Here we go. So if you don't even have to go to the balance sheet. You can go to TradingView and see it for yourself. All right. They bought in 12.5 billion this quarter. The next quarter, what do they bring in? 12 points. So they didn't bring in more revenue this one, but I think they brought in more, But look, they go up the next quarter, 13.3 billion. So they making more revenue quarter over quarter, year after year, correct? You can go to their balance sheet. So that's another thing. I said, dude, you just said they have a terrible balance sheet. If you go to their, and these are the guys who own Temu. So Temu, PDD Holdings owns this company. Now, I'm not sure who they are or what they do, but from what I'm hearing, they are the new Wish. There's always a new, whatever. I put a me if you shopped at Temu. I've heard of them. I see their commercials. I don't know what they do, but from what I'm hearing, is they're a Chinese company who sells a bunch of cheap shit, and they're nothing but another Wish, in my opinion. All this shit. I don't get it. I don't know if this stuff works. Oh, you guys do shop there? Is it good? Put a yes if it's good or something. Tell me about it. Somebody give me like a quick testimonial of their experience at Temu. I'm not sure what's going on with this company, but from what I'm seeing, it's another Alibaba, another whatever, right? But this is a holdings company. So PDD is a company that holds various other companies. Somebody said me. Okay, so people do. Somebody said they like Wish better. They on TikTok. Okay. Delivery. So much mail for I don't know what that means. What is y'all experience? Cheap? Depends on what you get.
I'm late.
Somebody said they products are very good. Okay. So I know they own Temu.
Good.
Somebody said items
Let's
are
go.
shit and
Right
don't
now,
look
every
like the
second
picture.
counts.
3, 2,
Okay.
1, stop!
Depends on what you get.
Let's go.
Addictive.
Just
It's
so
like
you know,
Wish.
I'm not into working
They
for
got
free.
some good stuff, but you have to pay for the good stuff. Okay. Cool. I'm not sure what's going on with this, but they've been making profit over profit. Let me go to their balance sheet real quick. So let's go to their balance sheet. This is a company that I actually made 9K from, really 10,000 from Yahoo Finance. And let's go find out real quick. Let's go to PDB. You gotta look at the review before you buy. I don't buy cheap shit, so I wouldn't know. If I need a couch, I'm going to goddamn IKEA. If I need some shoes, I'm going to StockX. If I need anything, my ass is going to get the most expensive shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I don't even know how to shop for cheap shit. But I will give it a try. Alright? I'm gonna try 2 years. I don't know how to do that. Alright? So let's see. Look at this, folks. Year over year profit. Year over year profit. In fact, they are making 30 billion more year after year. And TTM trailing 12 months. 30 billion more. So this person is telling me this company is shit because they're Chinese. And I'm looking at their balance sheet and I'm like, shit. Like Soulja Boy said, Dre, shit. Nigga, these motherfuckers just made, they literally tripled their profits or making like 30 billion more every year. 3 consecutive years. Shit. How can you say somebody is shit? And you go look at their balance sheet. And does this say shit? Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. How can you say somebody is shit and they're making net? Their net income is 30 billion more year after year. So I'm like, Dre, shit. Boy, you crazy. So let's go look at their quarterly statements. 15 billion, 23 billion, 27 billion, 32 billion. So I'm like, how can you say this company is shit and quarter after quarter they're making more money? Year after year they're making more money. So I'm like, shit, come on now, man. Come on now. You can't possibly. And look, this is another thing that people don't understand. Okay, check this out. They failed on earnings by 3%. But what does that mean? They estimated to make 3.7, but they made 13.3, my fault. They were estimated to make $13.7 billion. But they ended up reporting 13.35 billion. But yes, they failed on earnings, but they still made more revenue than they made the prior. See what I'm saying? 12. They were estimated to make 10, but made 12. Their last, and then they go and beat. Even though they lost, they still made more money. See that? So, of course, I'm buying this dip, and then this dip just so happened to be a nice dip. Look where this dip fell. On the weekly third chart. So I'm like, this dude is out of his mind. You're going to tell me that's a bad investment, and I see 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches of support while being oversold on the RSI, on the daily chart. All right, so we go to the daily chart. This is the weekly chart. You see that they're on a nice trend line while they're profiting year over year with a oversold on the RSI while on a nice trend line. So of course I bet the house on this shit. I'm like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm betting the house. And then I bought the dip some more and I go make what? But look, I'm the type of person gonna tell you what I'm gonna buy. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gotta worry about that. I'm gonna let you know what I'm buying. Comment the word trial, pay your 35. Come into our chat, go to the read first. Alright, so you come into the chat. This is the swing trade I take. I'm in the swing trade channel, the option signal part. Comment the word trial or click the link in the description if you're on YouTube, and I'll put the link in the comments. Go to the read first. Follow the 6 steps. And then go to free courses. Take all of these. And I say this all the time. If you know nothing about stocks, spend time in here and you guys will be prepared. Now, paper trade first to learn. Don't come in and throw in your real money yet. See if you like it. You take a month, or a week, however long you need. I would recommend a month of paper trading. I give you the steps to be profitable. If you really want to learn the skills, I think about it, folks. In 3 days, I made 9K. You want to know how much I invested? I invested to make this 9K. Let's see how much I invested. So think about it. If I'm up 54% here, that means I put in 12K here. You can do the math. If I'm up 6,700 on this contract, I put in 12K to make 6,700, and that's in 3 days. Then for here, if I'm up 40% while up 2,000, then that means I put in about another 6K. So I put in 18K to make 9K. And as you can see, I'm up 51%, so that's true. I put in roughly 17 to 18,000 to make this. So I bet largely on this. So think about it. I'm not some fucking idiot. I'm not going to bet 17,000 on something I believe is going to go down. Do you really think I'll put in 17 grand on some shit that hell no. I'm not retarded. I know what the fuck I'm doing. So I laugh at shit like that. Cause I'm like, I just did all this research. And if he would have charted the shit himself, instead of watching the news, he would see what I saw. A trend line. A nice trend line, correct? So I'm gonna get off my soapbox and we're going to get into what else I see. Alright, I put in 17K to make that. Somebody said, we ain't even talking about the Elite 2. Oh yeah, exactly. Somebody said, we ain't even talking about the Elite 2, exactly. I made money on the Elite 2. So that's the thing, like, yes, I'm up big on that too. So yes, I'm up over about 10K on it. I made 10,000 in 3 days off this one stock that I really like. But at the same time, is it a risk, folks? Yes. Am I guaranteed? No. Remember, folks, I am taking what is called high probability setups. Meaning, I don't know that this stock is going up for sure. I just know that I have indicators and I do research. I watch balance sheets and I take on the risk. That's what this shit is about. So for all you like, damn, like you put up 17K, what if you would have lost that 17K? I would have lost it. But at the same time, that is my risk tolerance. One day I'll be putting up 100 racks on my research, but I'm not there yet. Everybody starts somewhere. I'm only 28. Give me some time. One day I'll be putting up 100 racks on everything I put up. But, you know, right now I'm putting up a 25 for everything I see. You know, about 15 to, I'll say from 10K to 25K. That's my range. And you gotta know your range and you gotta stick to your range. That's my range. That doesn't mean that's your range. Your range might be $500, which it should be when you're starting out. Your range should never go over 1,000 because you are not an experienced investor. So your range should be in between 300 to 1,000 bucks when you first start off. That's what my range was. Then it went to 1,000. Then it went to 2,000, 2,500. Then it went to 5,000. Then it went to 10,000. Now it's at 15,000. And then now it's at around 25K per trade. But it goes up and up. And then don't let nobody rush you. Because people try to do that to me online. Oh, you a millionaire, so why you ain't putting up 100 racks? Nigga, mind your business. Trading is an individual sport. I don't let somebody pick and choose how I need to invest. I'm moving at my own pace based on what I can emotionally tolerate with my risk as a young 28-year-old investor. And you got to be the same way. Move at your own pace. A lot of you quit trading because you're pocket watching somebody else. else mad because you're somebody said he ain't even talking about the leap two. Oh yeah, exactly. Somebody said he ain't even talking about the leap two. Exactly. I made money on the leap two. So that's the thing. Like, yes, I'm up big on that too. So yes, I'm up. Ain't putting up 100 racks. Nigga, mind your business. Trading is an individual sport. I don't let somebody pick and choose how I need to invest. I'm moving at my own pace based on what I can emotionally tolerate with my risk as a young 28-year-old investor. And you got to be the same way. Move at your own pace. A lot of you quit trading because you're pocket watching somebody else, mad because you're not on their level yet. Remember, you can't compare your chapter 1 to my chapter 10. There was a point of time where I used to be happy about making $170 in one week. Let me show you guys so you guys will know that we all start somewhere. So just so you guys don't feel like, oh, well, Aristotle, if I'm not on your level instantly, then I need to quit. I'm going to show you guys something real quick about it was a point of time where I started somewhere too. So I'm going to go to my old Instagram so you guys can get some motivation on where I started. Everybody starts somewhere. So you just got to play at your own risk. Don't pocket watch nobody. All right. Let me show you guys something. So let's bring this up real quick. As you can see, I started somewhere too. You know, I started buying shares and I used to be happy making $1,500 in 1 month. See that? I used to be so happy. You couldn't tell me, look at me, look at this caption. This was a minute ago. This was how long ago? Oh, September 1st, 2018. So yes, and I was so happy. I'm like, shit, I made $1,500 in 1 month, 20%. I'm up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't tell me shit. But guess what? Everybody wanted to learn from me. So everybody like, how the hell are you so rich? It's because at this time, I was the only young black man investing on the internet. And you can look it up, you can timestamp it, you can do whatever you want to do. There's nobody who wrote a book before me. Name somebody who had a book that's young black, that's young and black. So at this time, I was a breath of fresh air for my community. My community wanted to learn how to invest. I was doing this prior to 2020, as you can see. My community wanted to learn, and then they chose me to teach. See what I'm saying? So I would post my my progress, and I would show them, look, I would even do the screen record back in the day. I would show them that my shares. I would say, look guys, this is what I'm in. I used to show my whole portfolio just like this. See that? This is years ago. This is September 1st, 2018. And I used to tell them my plan. I told them, look, y'all, at the time, this was my plan. I said, look, I'm going to be a millionaire in 15 years. I manifested it. I had a 15-year plan. I said, look, this is how I'm going to be a millionaire. I taught them the game years ago in 2018. I said, in 15 years, I'm going to be a millionaire. And here's how, right? And my plan was to have a 30% return by putting in $400 every month. And I would have this. That's what I was going to do. And my starting amount was $9K, which I had. And then for all of you, like, how the hell are you going to get a 30% return? Motherfucker, I made that in 1 month. Yeah. Before you doubt me, I knew I could do it because I did it. And I used to write down my shares and notes. Right? So before you say, how the hell you going to get 30% in a year? I did it in a month, motherfucker. Don't play with me. So this was my plan. I had a 15-year plan to be a millionaire. I was 22 and I said I would be a millionaire by 37. While everybody else focused on retiring at 65, I'm going to be 37. And I joined the Army at 18. So I was going to be a millionaire by the time I got out the Army with a retirement check. That was my plan, you know, but I got so good at this shit that boom, I made a 570 in a day. You feel me? I got so good to the point where I'm like, hold up, this shit starting with a retirement check. Now I'm making that was my plan. 1,000 in a month, you know, to 1,000 in a week. So I'm like, hold up. I was going to retire in 15 years. Now I'm looking at like, what the hell? I can retire before that. I've been sporting this Aristotle brand before, you know, this shit hit social media.
I'm ending this now!
Yeah, I've been fly, been fresh, been talking about this Aristotle shit, right?
Go time!
So I say all this to say, folks, but then it sped up because, of course, and then I grew this account from about 5,000 to about 50 to 60K,
I'm not into
like 55K. So I grew it with my own money. Then I got into options, grew this account to 55K, but I put it on Aristotle Investments, Instagram instead, right? And boom, I wrote this book. Once I made a lot of money in this account, I wrote this book and said, look guys, I know you guys been requesting me to teach you, but I can't teach all of you at once. So I wrote a book. This was 2019, a year before the pandemic. So that means, think about it. That means I was writing this book in 2018. If I drop this book January 25th, 2019, I've been writing this book since September 2018, but nobody knew. Nobody knew I was writing this book the entire time. So I started writing this book in 2018, dropped it in 2019, so a year before the pandemic. So I've been balling prior to the pandemic. Now, why am I telling you guys this? Because I want you guys to understand that you can start too, and then you're going to be happy with $100. Then you need to be happy though. You can't be looking at me and saying, man, Aristotle just made 170K off leap in 1 month. So I need to either get that in 1 month or I quit. It took me literally 8 years. You're comparing, you're not looking at 1 month. What you're really looking at is 8 years. That's how long it took of investing. I started in 2016. This is when I first learned about stocks. Made my first investment in 2016. So you just see me make 170 in a month, but no, that's 8 years. So don't expect to make what I make in 8 years. Alright? No. So let's get into what I like for the week. I really believe we should day trade. I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000 with y'all. I believe we should day trade. I don't really see anything, but if I see something, I'm putting it in the chat. But I gave you guys game, and that's what's most important on Stock Sunday. The game I gave you guys today should return you some profit. You learn my setup for GDD. You learn a little bit about stocks. You got a free day tomorrow. I'm on a soapbox. I'm sitting here talking shit, and it's lit. But I'm telling you guys, I was happy when I made my first 100 in the stock market. I was happy when I made my first 1,000. I was happy when I made my first 10,000 in the stock market. I was happy when I made my first 20, 30, 60.
What are you?
Build this shit. Be willing to go through the levels. Don't let nobody scare you from the process. You gotta have horse blinders on. This is your journey. And I believe I don't say that enough. I do. I believe I don't say that enough. I don't get over here and tell y'all every day, hey, this is your journey. Stop watching other people's play. You watch another one play too long, your food will start to get cold. I don't watch other people's investments. And even in my chat, even me in the admin, we don't be in competition about who can make the most money. We kick out those guys who be in competition with other people. We don't do that. Everybody's journey is individual. Okay, this man is killing it. Let him do it. This person is killing it. Let him do it. Motivation. All we need to know is, how did you do it?
Assisting.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care about how much money you made. How the fuck is that going to make me my money if you ain't showing me how? So for instance, I made 170 in a week, but if you didn't make the same thing, how is that going to help you? You get what I'm saying? Like, what is me making 170 going to help you if I don't teach you how? You just looking at some big ass profits. That's all this shit be. I don't give a damn what anybody makes. I'm gonna be honest with you. He ain't trying to teach me how. Congrats, but what am I supposed to do? If you gonna hold in the sauce, then I'm basically still broke. There's no point in me watching you. I don't want to watch you if you're not gonna show me how. You get what I'm saying? And on top of that, I may not be willing to take on the same risk that you did. So let me go back and figure out what I can do for myself. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I just want to know how, bro. I don't give a fuck about how much you made. I don't know about you guys.
Is that really all you've got?
Yes, it motivates me too when I make money. When I see other people make money. But at the same time, I don't care. If I don't. And on top of that, some shit just be, you know, it be what it be. Like me, look at me. I'll show you guys real quick. Yeah, I made 160K in a week last week. But at the same time, am I out here throwing parties, celebrating this shit? No, because I've been here before. Sometimes you do have to act like you've been there before. I made it, and then I even withdrew some money. So I made 170 in 1 week. But at the same time, I gotta act like I've been there before. I didn't celebrate, I didn't go to the club, I didn't throw a party and make a cake saying, ooh, I made 170 in a week. Because the reason why I don't do this is because I believe one day I will do something bigger. So I can't keep dwelling on my wins. You gotta keep going. When I got 1 million followers, I didn't give a flying fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't give a flying fuck when I got 1 million followers.
Looking good.
The fuck does that do? What is it gonna do? Get me more celebrity friends? What do they want? Something for free? And they gonna give me shit.
Galactic Patrolman, jack
You know what I'm saying? Lest we willing to exchange something, This is just a one-way friendship. So all of you chasing celebrities, there's a warning to you. It's a one-way friendship. Those guys are used to it being one way. The label gives me money. This person books me for a show. This person kisses my ass. This person kisses my ass. So I don't give a fuck about that
I'll
shit.
finish this fast.
I'm more so focused on my 5 real friends. I don't care about that shit. I care about raising my son. I posted my son the other day. That shit got a lot of likes. And I was like, damn. I don't even realize it, but I'm probably motivating some men to do more in their children's life. Yeah, we work hard. Yeah, we get to the bread, but at the same time, my son ain't gonna remember how much money I got. He's gonna remember,
This is looking bad.
you know,
You failed to defeat
whether
the
I was
great
there or
agent.
not, those experiences. So I make sure I'm a present father. And I hope I can motivate other men to be present fathers.
This is bad.
You know what I'm saying? Being a deadbeat ain't cool. Being a bitch ass nigga ain't cool. You know? But a lot of people believe that's the cool way to do it.
Oh no! They broke
So,
through your god of destruction.
You know, I say all that to say, man, make sure y'all tap in. It's your boy Aristotle Investments. We out for stocks and yeah, man. God bless y'all. Tap in and family first.
Not good. They've broken through all your gods of destruction. Protect them. This looks bad.
Danger!
Can you hold out?
Listen, man, you're now tuned into $1 million worth of game. Listen, man. We out here, Shreveport, Louisiana. It's going down. Human Harmony. We getting 50 Cent. We getting straight to the business. It surprised me, 50, when I was in jail. I called Gil one time. He said, man, these out here blackballing. It wasn't until years when I came home when we ran into people that was like, yo, I remember we got a call from Universal. I remember we got called and said, don't do this and that third. Did you ever run into situations where people attempted to blackball you during your career and you ran into and they exposed who done it?
No, absolutely. Like the entire beginning of my career, I was up against the leverage of Murder Inc. and that energy already created relationships that I didn't people because they had already dealt with them. So my whole beef with Fat Joe was really his loyalty. Later we become the best friends. Like I really, he's loyal to a default. Like because he worked with him, he like, nah, I already saw him with them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even when you look, I bring it to right to today's time. When you see like NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk and issues, and they got extreme going on, right? But when it happens, NBA YoungBoy will be away. So Durk has an extreme advantage because he's actually out
Moving.
and meeting people. So you do something later and you go, oh, we ain't on game time. Like that's not what we doing. But you still got to be conscious of the street because the street, you can just be oblivious to it in the streets. I'll catch up with you, eat you like breakfast, man. Like it is what it is. So you look and you go, nah. That's like when you reach out to Drake, and he go, nah, I fuck Drake. You know, everybody young boy wanted to do something to that nigga. You said what? He said, I wish that nigga would have said something in my face. I was telling you know, like it was spent on him just because of that. And you look and you go, nah, what happened is you left that gap. Isolation is dangerous. You know what I mean? And you look and you go, look, I love the culture, bro. It's what made me comfortable in my life. Like, you know, all the accomplishments, the successful moments that I have that I can hold on to. My grandfather just passed, right? He got a chance to see that shit. The most expensive thing we spend is time. We can't get it back.
Did you spend a lot of time with grandpops?
I did. I would go over there and hang out. I would make my business to go out and have I don't take a break, if you don't know this. Yeah. I just keep going. You know what I mean? And they'll go, I would stop for him every year and do something. And it's because he sacrificed so much for us that it would actually be what I need, because I'm relaxing, but it's for him. Yeah. You know, and then even renewal of vows, different stuff with my grandparents and stuff like that. And I would make it my business. My grandmother, they went to the Justice of Peace. They didn't spend money on the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They simplified it, and then once you got into it, it became like, I watched her turn into a little girl. And she was like, no, I can't have this kind of flyer. Like, if you can't help me, then get somebody else here to help me, because this shit ain't the way it's supposed to be, Jerry. Like, my aunt, they showed her the shit, man. And it's like, look, I want to say this, right? Tough is not, it's never what you said. It's always what you did, right? So, we know tough, we know people who do this shit. But it usually leads to them living a tough life. It starts a cycle of tough shit. And no matter how tough their act is, if they do some brazen, they get ready to go to the home of the boldest. So they're gonna be around to do that. That's what they did when they put you in there. They classify you and put you in on as bad as you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you gotta show us you're tough again. This is gonna extend your stay. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So it's going down. Tough is not my goal, man. I don't care about this, bro. You know what's gangster to me? Is to live the way you want to live. To not have to answer to people to change things.
Sorry, I'm late.
Because of how your perspective and the way things are. Our culture's so strong. Bro, when you look at high-end,
The results of my
if
training.
we don't wear it, it don't sell. It will not sell if we don't wear it.
Right. We control cool.
That completely.
Yes. We always control crew.
Right? Look, when you see Yeezy at Adidas, that's not the first time we saved Adidas. The first time, Run's house.
Whose house?
What? Run's
Yeah,
house. Shell to Adidas. They get back to being in their space, go extreme amounts of sales when Yeezy's over there. I didn't understand what he was doing. He went to LV. I'm like, what the f***? They're not even gonna pay you. He didn't get no money. I made a boatload of like $80 million for RBK. I'm a high-risk investment. Just pay me short contracts and keep paying me. When they gave us the money, we really exist based on the loss on the bidding war for LeBron. RBK had $80 million laying there when Nike got LeBron for $120. If that money wasn't sitting there, Paul Fireman wouldn't have did the lifestyle brand, and they brought Daddy Yankee and Jay-Z and Stock Carter and Genius shoes to the table. Like, we wouldn't have received that opportunity. You know, and LeBron, that's why I say we 03, boy. Like, if that didn't happen, they wouldn't have had the money laying there for me to go get it.
Yeah.
So he knows I know. LeBron James, that's what I'm saying. Right, and you'll see the connection because people disagree on so much. Your publicist, when you talk to your publicist, you know the first thing they tell you?
What?
Stay away from religion, stay away from politics.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
No matter what the fuck you say, somebody passionately disagrees with you.
Absolutely.
No matter what religion, you believe in Allah, then you're saying that's not the right way. You believe in every Christianity, that's not it, because they choose something different. Your political party, the Democrat, Republican, disagreement completely.
Yep.
So I stay away from it. When I get pulled into politics, I go,
Yeah.
and I have nothing to say. I'm
That's
just
the
looking.
same way we are. We don't, no politics, nothing.
I'll put that. Like I don't say that because I'm still entertainment. If it's not music, then it's film and television, but it's still entertainment. So why would you turn someone off by saying that?
Right.
I want everybody to enjoy what I'm doing.
Right.
Not just a selective view amount of people. I focus on diversity because it's needed.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to see my people look the right way. I want to see the right, not just Tubi movies, nigga. Like the best,
Right.
high quality, high budget films.
How it feel being a legend in 2 games? Like Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson.
It's great. Look, I'm just
Music
getting
and
started.
television, you hear me?
I'm just getting started. I promise you. Look, when I go up to Tyler, invite me out to see the studio. I go. People don't know how much he's doing. Even though we've seen the projects as they come out, they don't know how much the inner workings of it is, like how much it is established, right? So I'm looking going, damn, like, nah, I respect it in every way.
For me to see you with Tyler, that was major, but Who is 5 major black people in the entertainment game that gave you game during your journey? 5 black people, 5 monsters.
Was Master P out the gate, and then P showed up. You know, I was trying to explain to you, but P is like, he's so much of a hustler. Like he was there in the very beginning, and he could see that I was going where I was going. There's no room to do the deal, but there's room to do a deal. So you can already have the record there, and you can know that he's getting ready to blow. Now there's no reason why you don't get into giving him a deal for multiple shows. When you know he's gonna increase. And Ronnie, he did a few, broke. We take a break, we come back, we'll finish the rest up. By the time you get back, it's worth so much more that there's no way you lose money. He was sophisticated enough to understand how to do that. Some people feel jerked. I honored the deal because I didn't feel jerked. I learned from it.
Okay.
If you go, oh no, that's it. I'm like, oh shit, nah. I said, nah, that was it. Because I had sold 1.3 million records before. Now you know how many good didn't get their run. They didn't have their moment. We know the difference because we are the culture, bro. We in it. Like when you got writers and shit like that, we listening. Bro, you know how many rap from Philly did was nice, like super.
He was nice.
Yes. Oddly talented. So when you watch him play basketball and shit like that, all the other shit I'm looking like, really was supposed to be in the NBA, he just was really around now with us, with all this other shit. That's why it feels like it's like
that's your favorite
he
move.
fucking around with a little. Right? That's what I'm saying. I'm looking like, what the like look, we see this only when you gotta put on someone who's clearly had that as a focus. And in life, for you to see them do anything that looks similar to that. Damn, and that was because it's not complete for, of course, there's other things that came. But you can see where your passion is, the person's passion. And then the showmanship, you can't make that up. That's personality and shit. If they knew to do that, our superstars in the league would be too much to not stop looking at them.
Right, absolutely.
Do you understand what I'm saying? We would just be like, nah, I don't care if he make the shot or not, I'm with him.
Right.
Because it's just too much for you to, you know, if a person's character is that strong, like look at Kobe, I look at Kobe Bryant, I'm Kobe Bryant, here. And because I'm not that good. I wasn't that good naturally. I watched it and rap music. Some rap like we talk. They so good at it, you look and go, goddamn. But the problem is they look at them and say, is that real?
Right.
If you really doing that?
Right.
Cause we try to figure out if they really like that. I look and I go, but that sounded good. The way they said that, crazy.
But the difference is you was believable.
Right, and because the lifestyle, I'm actually giving them what is going on.
But do you think that matter now?
It does. Look, they up because they try to do it without having experience.
Okay.
There's no 7 years in between what they just said. No statute of limitations. They're saying some shit that just happened last week, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the people come and they don't understand what happened.
The whole crew.
What the fuck? You see the little lineup? There's 10 coming out the building. The indictment done fell. It's the drill. You see it over and over. But they're writing about the experience and they real. Like this shit's real. Like their version is really capturing it creatively in a way. But they get confused. The street's always a part of our culture. So if look, there's an expiration date on because
They broke through your god of destruction.
if you was what you said you were supposed to crash.
Yeah. Right.
You were supposed to crash out. So if you're still here, if you're not going through some shit, you're supposed to be absent at points because you're sitting in the jail.
Right.
Then you come back. I used to pray for times like this, to shine like this. You have to have those moments for them to understand, no, this shit is real. And then it's not something that means something from the artist's perspective alone. It's how many, that's you. I used to pray for times like this, to shine like this.
Now you Lamborghini duck.
No, I'm saying to you, but that's a lot of it, bro. That's a lot of people's lifestyle, so it's so relatable. It connects in a way that's different. We know it's his actual experience and it was why he's writing it at that moment. That's what makes it connect culturally. And you going, and it's one of the young boys, yeah.
But let me finish this. I gotta, because I want to know. I said, who is 5 black people that helped you in the game? Number 1, you said Master P.
Yeah.
Who else?
I learned from P. I learned from Russell Simmons early
Russell.
on.
Who else?
And Russell was because he showed me how you can take influence from music culture and make it affect urban apparel.
Yeah.
He showed me Fat Farm. But
Fat Farm
no
was all
Russell,
that. Soho.
no Fat Farm, no Sean John,
No D,
no
no
Rock
G.
Band, none of that shit comes from music. Right? When he done that, I knew I could do that. And if you watch Wankster, I already had clothing with G-Unit written on it. I'd already had tank tops that were just hand painted. Cause I know I'm going to that next. I'm gonna sell that, I'm gonna do all this shit. I already was thinking that ahead of time, dude, cause I've been bumped around enough. My first album is really, I did Power of the Dollar. That's the first record. How much of a concept change from Power of a Dollar is Get Rich or Die Trying? Get Rich or Die Trying is what? It's Power of a Dollar after you've been shot and you pushed out of the business and they're blocking you. They told you they was blocking me.
Right.
If you go look back at the interviews, they're saying we was blocking them in every way we could.
Right.
But how many people who blocks you that most people be shocked about when you found out that they sent a direct hit to
They
block?
have relationships. I'm talking about Urban, they have relationships with a lot of people.
They have a relationship with Jay. They
Yeah.
But who?
They always, I had his energy that whole system, I had an issue with everybody that was there but had me.
The whole Def Jam?
You gotta
The
understand.
whole thing.
You gotta understand, cuz at this point, 50 hit. Ja Rule and them niggas hit.
There. They was selling
They
more
see you coming up,
They
but
was-
not in a million years that they think a nigga was
that's
gonna
strong.
sell 10 million records. So it's like we gotta pick a side.
Yeah.
We gonna pick this side
That
because this
side is
side
already
already
up.
winning. It's already winning. It's already proven.
My neighborhood is picking a side. Premium is picking that over what we really are.
Right.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka. Now, you know the slogan. Life ain't going your way. Shot of New Amsterdam Vodka. You caught your woman cheating today. Shot of New Amsterdam Vodka. You thought that check was coming in. It didn't come your way. Shot of New Amsterdam Vodka. It's distilled 5 times. It's filtered 3 times for you know what? That clean, crisp finish. You could drink it straight up, on the rocks, juice, soda, or just make a classic New Amsterdam mule. That's up to you. But when you out and about at your local liquor store, you make sure you scoop you up some of this
Sorry I'm late.
New Amsterdam vodka. The NAV.
I'll fulfill
Make sure you get you some
strike you from existence
ASAP. The official vodka of Barstool
My
Sports.
ideal world.
What are we talking
one
about?
step
I mean,
Just so you know, I'm not into working for free.
great time. Great for pregame. Great for, you know, right before the boxing events. You know, whatever you into. New Amsterdam vodka. Put this in your life. All right, this episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by DraftKings. Now, we had an appetizer last week. Now it's time to feast. College football is back. Don't miss any of the action. Jump in at DraftKings Sportsbook. It's full slate of games for week 1, including a big matchup in Atlanta between preseason number 1 and number 16. Also, Colorado. I'll be in the building. Shout out to Coach. Yes, Colorado Buffs. We will be in the building. So this week, make sure you get ready. Make sure you bet that chicken. Make sure you put your parlays in. But gamble responsibly. That's what, if you have a gambling problem, 1-800-GAMBLER. But it's all about DraftKings. Nobody's better than DK. And it's super easy for first timers to get started. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app, select your team, and place your first bet. And this is going to be DraftKings' biggest college football season to date. Enjoy the ride. Now all the way through the expanded playoffs. For all the newbies getting into college spirit, here's something extra special. New DraftKings customers bet $5 and get $250 in bonus instantly. It don't get no better than that. You bet $5 and you get $250 in bonus instantly. Score big with DraftKings all college football season long. Download DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code GILLIE. G-I-L-L-I-E. Download the app right now. Right now. DraftKings right now. And use the code GILLIE for new customers to get that $250 on a $5 bet. And it's just like that. DraftKings.
I'm representation of that environment, bro. That is, mine's is not, I only know what I know. Like, I'm only writing what I know at that point. When they choose that, they're choosing something that's a little different than saying, fuck, this our food. They're afraid. Look, when the feds come in the indictment, they said that they beat the case. Yeah. Ain't beat no case. You never did nothing.
Right.
You never did nothing. They put him in the indictment because when you gave him $50,000, they said you was money laundering. But there was no money laundering. They didn't give him the dirty $50,000. You gave him $50,000 because you. And he said, leave him alone because he's my food. Yeah. And when I keep having friction with them, he goes, let's kill this little. Yeah. Because he keep getting in the way and they're our food. Yeah. There was no money laundering, bro. Man, tell you he beat the case, and we said by the time he was done with his case, he owed $2 million. How did you beat? How did you win? You never did nothing. They gave him a case, went to trial, put him to trial with a legal aid attorney. A legal aid attorney had never been to trial. Because they couldn't help. There was no financial help or support for him because of that. Right. So the government is saying, get this out of the way, trying to help by giving them the case. And they'll struggle to beat that case while we're taking care of what we need to take care of with this. And it gets him out the way. And as soon as he's going, I appear to be the bully. They look at me like I'm a bully because I ain't accept what just went down.
Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Go ahead and do a favor. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell right now. I just ran downstairs. I had to put a jacket on because with all white, you won't be able to see me. Looks like my head is just floating. I just want to talk about crypto right quick because I am going to do some buying in crypto as soon as I get off of this live. Not live, but this video. I'm sorry, good people. I'm just kind of rushing, kind of pipe things up. Listen, crypto, I'm going to start. Where would I start? So there is a thing with crypto that normally tanks in September. Will Bitcoin break September jinx, right? And as we know, it's September and we expect, I've been talking about the market, how it would traditionally take a dip in September, and we are there now. We're in September and things are actually taking a dip, right? So let's, what should we look at? Let's look at the crypto bubbles. As we could see, nothing but a sea of red for the day and the hour. We have a little bounce back, which means that everything had a flash crash. And remember, I was telling you guys about these flash crashes. Well, they're happening, right? They're happening consistently, which I believe that's the week, that's the monthly and the weekly. But as you can see, you see all of that green in the last hour, but for the day it's red. That means for this period of time, that for me, the way I buy crypto, it was a buying opportunity, okay? A buying opportunity. Now, some things came up. You guys know that as far as high risk crypto, Bonk is my baby this year. In 2021, it was Shiba Inu. It's Bonk now. Bunk is just really hitting a low. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go here to, let's just go to coin market cap. Let me find that for you guys. And I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. Right. We see right here where Bitcoin is down. We have the hour, we have the day, and then we have the 7 day, the week, right? This is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down 10% for the week. That's insane, all right? Ethereum, but look at Solana. Solana is down 19%. So I am buying some Solana. I'm actually making this now, and then I'm going to go and buy. Remember, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. Never just blindly follow Larry, okay? And you say, Larry, how much dry powder do you have? I'm not buying big chunks. Some of you guys are buying way more than I'm buying, okay? This is not a gamble. You have plenty of time, okay? Just little pieces, right? So I'm buying more Solana, all right? As far as a altcoin, you know, I'm buying more Solana. I always buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes without, but I'm buying more Solana because I look for the red. Do we have Link? Link is not in here right now, but as far as some of the top ones that are actually selling off, I'll check it out in a minute. But let's look at the memes, right? Let's look at the memes. Now, as we can see, for the week, Doge is down, Shib is down, Pepe's down, Dog with Hat is down. I know for some of you that are new to crypto, you're going, what? That's the name, really? Dog with Hat is actually tanking. Now, I'm not in these plays, but I am in Bunk, and Bunk is down 22% for the week. Look at Bunk. And so Bunk right now is all the way back to, I believe, April lows, right? So we're back to where we were with April. Let's just take a look here. Let's look at this. Let's look. So right now we're all the way down here, right? So the last time we had a wick down was Monday, August 5th, right? But before then, to even touch in this range, we had to go all the way back to April, all right? April 20th, Saturday, April 20th. So we are down back to where we were first quarter of this year, right? And you know we've been swinging. I've been swinging Bunk all here, right? And so, Larry, why are you making this video right now? I want to point something out to you guys. I want you to see that September is Bitcoin's worst month, right? Time to brace for impact. That's why I want you to brace for the impact of this month in stocks and crypto. Now, some will be selling, some will be running for the hills. Myself, I will be buying and I will be holding. Not my mortgage money, not money that I will need, let alone in the next 3 months, but the next 3 years. This is not that type of money, okay? So what I'm doing is, I am going to buy some more Bunk. I'm going to buy some more Solana because they are down the most, right? And there's nothing really big that's causing it to happen other than the fear of September, okay? Remember, my theory is when the building's on fire, I run towards the burning building. And I'm catching these falling babies, okay? And so I want you guys to look at this. This is very helpful and useful material here. So you could see here, by month, right? And you could see that September is the worst month because all of this red data, it is has the most consecutive months, followed by January, okay? So look at this. So 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21 and 22, September was the worst month. But look at what happens in
October, we wind up having green months. So here's where I'm buying, and here's where I may be selling, doing some swings on my meme coin, but I'm holding my Bitcoin. Now, I'm not going to sell all of my meme coins. I'm only going to sell the ones that I'm going to buy now. Follow? So there is a method to the madness. I swing some of these by buying these dips, and when they run up 30, 40, 50, 60%, then I sell them, because we're in this sideways chamber. It's still range bound, but we're bouncing up and down. But for those of you that are traders and have taken the course and know how I swing trade, there's plenty of money to be made in crypto, even on the red days. So we literally like the red days, okay? So, you know what? While it's down, let's check and see what the pre-markets in stock is doing right now. So the pre-markets in stock are down, but not by much. But look at this. The Dow is down 29 points. S&P is pretty much flat, and NASDAQ is down 22 points, right? But look, companies like NVIDIA in the pre-market is actually up. Now, this doesn't really mean much. I would call this